Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review of the second week of finals, where we've had a major upset that has happened. Plus, we had a pretty close game for the elimination game as well, which is pretty exciting. And of course, the King Dash getting the highest score once again to beat everybody in games that don't matter. Um, where was he in March, April, May, June, and July? But thanks for showing up in August, Dash. But anyway, we'll have a look at some of your plays in a minute. But what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the two games that actually did matter. And apologies about the camera. For some reason, my camera's gone missing. I don't know what button has been pressed by my little boy, or I don't know what's happened, but my camera's gone. So bad luck. You can just look at the review. So let's have a look at those games. All right, so let's have a look at the first game, and it was Sugar Daddies who have finished well on top of the ladder throughout the regular season and dominated everybody. Were defeated by Punters Paddock, who only just sneaked into second spot, and had a bad few weeks. However, like since he got back from overseas, has been on fire. And before the actual week even started, Punters Paddock rid himself off, said, "No, I can't win. Everyone else is better than me." You're in the grand final, my friend. You're in your second grand final and a chance to win your first title. So well done to Punters Paddock. Sugar Daddies couldn't even break 300. 299.5. Defeated by Punters Paddock, 387.5. Punters Paddock were up 3 points in the projection, but Sugar Daddies were down 90 points. So let's have a look at some of those results. Hogan did his job. He was down 9%, however, he still got 36 as a full forward, leading the column medal. It was fantastic. The person that stood in the column medal was Ben King. He got 40, so he outscored him and was up 22%. Half forwards, well, Norton got subbed off injured, so that was a bit disappointing for Sugar Daddies. Whereas Ed Richards was down 32% and didn't have a good game. No one of the Bulldogs did, really. Let's have a look at it next. Is Walsh as utility done nothing. 62.5 was down 29%. No one from Carbon had no players. They had 4 injuries. They had probably tired, run out of a hot day. So Walsh was no good. Whereas Dawson got 95.5 and got 9 tackles in there as well. Up 12%. And he was fantastic. Got me the win in Super Coach as well against Mick, which was fantastic. So well done to Dawson. Part of that trade during the draft period, he was. The both rucks were fantastic. In Super Coach they were too, by the way. But Sherry got 39, up 3%. Would have got 130.5 as a utility as well, and would have got 71 as a tackler, Sherry. And Gorn got 35, up 16%. In the midfielders, Dale wasn't that great, his loophole, Sarong, was a little bit better. But Dale wasn't that great, 29. And Trelaw, down 15%, got 51. Kelly as a midfielder wasn't that great either, down 24%. So Sarong would have been better than both those midfielders, but weren't played. And Sinclair got 52, was up 9%. So he's been pretty consistent throughout the end of the season. Halfbacks, Wanganeen Malira was down 14%. I mean, there's lots of red everywhere for Sugar Daddies. And he got 47, where Newman got 55, up 15%. The board's pretty much camped in the back line. So that's why. As a tackler, Rao had a fantastic game. I think he got 20 contested possessions. He got 29 as a tackler, up 6%. Would have got 98 as a utility, 68 as a midfield, 56 as a follower. So Sugar Daddies could have done a much better side, but that's what it was. And the loophole was Atkins, who got 37, up 1% as a tackler there as well. So let's have a look at the optimised lineups. It would have been Punters Paddock still get the win, but would have been a much closer game. 416.5 to 403. Dixon and Hogan, Dixon full forward, Hogan half forward, would have been King as a full forward and Danger as a half forward. Gorn in the utility, so both rucks would have been utility in Cherry and Gorn, and Stanley would have been the ruckman with Draper. Originally, Sugar was going to go that path with Draper and Sherry. Would have made a difference. Well, 60, 70 points extra. Don't know if it would have, but still. Rao in the mid versus Dake with Josh Dacos and Connor Rosie as a follower who didn't get a game, got 57. Sarong as the other follower, and then Noble as a halfback, only 29. and Tim Kelly's a tackler, 47. It was Guthrie would have been the halfback with 53, and Jack Viney, who was there and then took him out to put his loophole Atkins in there originally. So that's that game. Well done to Punters Paddock into the grand final for your second grand final, whether you're going to meet either Sugar Daddies again or Maltese Falcons in that one there. So which is the game we're going to go to now, right after this break. Welcome back. Yes, Maltese Falcons did get the win, only just 9.5 points over Gods of Olympus. Maltese Falcons going for their fifth win, I believe, got into the preliminary final. It was 351, down 30 points to 341.5, down 30 points as well. So pretty much a lot of the players weren't that great. A lot of red in there, as we can tell, and a couple of good performances. One surprising performance, really. So we have a quick look at it. It probably come down to the full forward position because Mick played really early, and if he struck with Stringer, he would have won. Although Mick missed the Tinkerbell, as we mentioned on Thursday, probably could have kept his team as we told him to. It would have made a bit of a difference, and we'll have a look at the optimised lineup soon and see what could have been. Actually, now let's look at it now. We told him to leave Clark in the midfield, where Crouch got 65, so much better there, actually. And leave Sicily as halfback. Sicily would have got 7.8, no difference, bad luck. Alright, so anyway, Maltese Falcons, Jai Miss got 21, down 16%. Willie Rowley done nothing, down 70%. He was in good form leading up to this, that's why Mick played him, but he done nothing. Harry Mackay did get a few marks, kicked one goal, but other than that, was dominated against the Mighty Hawks. And Errol Goulding, Errol Goulding cost Michael in Supercoach, and he cost Michael in Footywired. 2 years in a row during the finals, Errol Goulding has actually cost Michael and kicked him out of the finals. Last year was against Andrew. This year it is against Falcons. I got 23 as half forward. Utilities, Dacos got 70. I thought he had 66. It must have been late stat correction or something, because he had 66 the other day, but now he got 70. The utility, 23%. And Marshall, although he kicked 3 goals, and although he got 30 odd possessions or whatever he got no tackles. So he only got 92.5. So Mick needed at least a couple more tackles from him. Still a good score and a good game, but unfortunately, not enough for Michael. Meek got 25. Pinay did play much better in the ruck today in terms of hit out wise, but around the ground, Meek played pretty good. Big O got 44, wasn't really up against a ruck. Had 20, yeah. Seemed like he was going to dominate early, but ended up evening itself out, and Brisbane got ran over at the top. He was up 26%. Green got 50, down 12%, where Crouch came in the midfield and almost got the job done. Needed 74, got 65. Still a very fantastic score, up 25%. So Crouch came back in. Is he still going to be Adelaide next year? Interesting. Warner was loopholed 58 as a follower, up 43%. And Yo, Mick felt like he must have had to play it because Yo was in good form, and he probably shouldn't have played to begin with. But anyway, we probably should have looped him and not Whitfield or whatever. Even if he played Whitfield as a follower, still wouldn't have been enough. But they played at the same time, so it wasn't going to help. Yeah, just bad selection, Mick. Bad coaching. Redman was a surprise. Got 71 as a halfback. Actually, there's a lot of big halfback scores this week. But Redman got 71 as a halfback, up 54%, and was surprising. I didn't think he would have done that, but he did. And Clark had a pretty good game early. He probably would have been better as a midfielder. But as a halfback, got 53. And Dave as a tackler got 27, down 41%. Whereas Young was down as well. He got 90% and down 26. Let's have a look at the optimized lineups in this one. And it would have been 423.5, a big difference to 381.5. But unlucky. Darcy would have been the full forward with 37 against a miss, stays where he is. Tom Green would have been the half forward, and Marshall. Clark is a utility up against Crisp, that's a different one. Lordy Meek, the ruck with back on they don't change. The midfielders, Crouch stays where he is, and Whitfield comes in as follower, whereas Dacus would have been follower, and Chad Water would have been the midfielder. Redmond stays the halfback, and Sicily would have come in as a halfback, and Gordon would have been the tackler with Patrick Cripps. Just briefly, as mentioned, Dasher did go up against everyone and beat everyone 419.5. Would have been better than Punter's Paddock. The standouts for Dasher would have been Anderson or McKercher 65 as a follower and Ryan 88 as a halfback and Keys as a half forward 39. They were the standouts. Everyone else was pretty consistent, really. So he bet Punter's Paddock. He bet me with a bad score. Also had some good results from Moore and Bontempelli. Moore got like 15 marks, 21 kicks or something. He also bet Seek and Destroy. No one there really stood out either. Oscar Allen, 62, up 129%. That's a standout. Bloody hell. Someone did stand out. He bet Renegades, 330. 67 for Zach Merritt, 62 for Martin, and 67 for Blakey. They're the only three that showed up. Andrew got got a great score. Second highest score in the comp this week, actually, 395. With Horn Francis, 59. Butters, 63. Sheasel, 52. McGovern, 78. And Liver, 35. And then Rangers, 326. And Riley O'Brien, 62. As a ruckman. Look at it. So a lot of scores are 330. Pretty low scores, actually. So, yeah, there we go. With that one. Let's have a quick look at the team of the week. So the team of the week this week would have been Oscar Allen as full forward, Horn Francis as half forward, Merritt as a utility, O'Brien as a ruck, Rao as a midfielder, McKercher as a follower, halfback would have been Luke Ryan, and Zeri would have been the tackler, 2 Sugar Daddies, 1 Bomber, 1 Seek and Destroy, 1 Renegade, 1 Ranger, and 2 Top Guns. So next week's fixture will be Sugar Daddies versus Maltese Falcons for a spot in the grand final to play Coley. The grand final will be Coley's birthday weekend as well, so it'll be interesting with that one. But anyway, sorry about the camera. I don't know what's happened. I don't know how to fix it. I'll work it out. But everyone have a fantastic week. See yous. Oh, wait. I just worked out what was wrong with my camera. Too late. Doesn't matter. See yous.